Previously on Dungeons Against Humanity.
The Crown Prince has been kidnapped.
The last known whereabouts of the prince was in Seoul.
We are going to get a ransom note either today or tomorrow.
8 years ago, after a fire killed the original Crown Prince, Tobin IX, the king's wife. Her name was Salima Mahat. There is a dead body on the floor, and a male elf standing over the body.
Hello there. I'm a disguised male.
Detain him. The guard just vomits.
His name is Leroy Jenkins.
I'm just gonna whip around the corner out of their eyesight and then change my appearance.
Carmelo? Is that you?
Side business that we conduct is illusion charms.
It was a way to change his appearance significantly.
Come from a family of Delaron.
Are you Elahimm Delaron?
You now work for the king, under our supervision.
Fuck no.
The guard that's with you.
My name is Captain Phasma, ma'am. Demand for 500,000 gold. Bring gold to rendezvous off the northern coast.
And she shows you the insignia that it is signed with, which is a scarred eye. The insignia of Pirate Deadeye. You are boarding the ship, the Gorshfak. Captain Ivor greets you. Welcome aboard. I'm Quartermaster Lei. This is a woman, a human woman. They're wearing an illusion charm.
Is it the same one that we made for the dead guy?
Absolutely.
Gotcha.
So, last we met, we had a new player enter the game. Ella Avery Ella.
Oh god.
Ella Very Ella. What amalgamation of names.
I like that. I think that's a good one.
Ella Very Ella. The tricksy elf has joined the party. Sort of at duress.
Sort of.
Thario.
Yo.
Learned something a little odd about the history of the Red Dawn Brewery. And it was bequeathed to someone named Salima Mahat. And y'all leveled up.
Yes.
Well, not you.
No.
Not Elahimm. But let's go down the line. Dimitri, anything new and interesting happening with Dimitri's skills?
Yes, but I forgot to do it.
You mean you forgot to go up to level 3?
I did level all his stats and everything, but I didn't choose which path I'm going to take.
Oh.
So I need to do that.
On that. Haizea.
Yes, so following the psionic investigation talent, I've basically got sort of if you're familiar with psychometry, pick up things and sense
Does
their
it
past.
look on my face say
Yeah.
I am?
So you can pick up an object, focus on it, and figure out its recent history. We did this a little bit last time.
Yes.
So I had it prepared thanks to Matt.
Very good.
And more telepathic fun times is the other discipline that I've fallen into.
Okay.
So
Thario. So
Things are happening.
you are all asleep on board the Gorshfak. You three have bunks. You have a roll on the ground that the captain very grudgingly bequeathed to you. As he sleeps, Thario, who has, up to this point, the way that he casts spells, well, you describe it.
It's sort of a mercenary approach to beseeching lesser spirits for aid with healing and tapping into the magic of his trigger wand.
But it's basically been you've had Shimmerlord Dimitri. He hasn't really had anyone. He's just been kind of calling out into the void.
I'm not alone.
Somebody picks up. Somebody picks up on you casting things out into the void.
Yeah?
And it is a strange feeling. It is not a sentient creature. It's a force, and your mind kind of starts to shake. For a moment, you enter into an understanding of how tiny you are. Here's Earth, and then here's the sun, and then here's our sun in comparison to another sun, and then here's that sun in comparison to something very, very much larger.
Living on a pale blue dot, suspended in a sunbeam.
Exactly. How do you make a wisdom saving throw?
Wisdom is pretty high for Thario.
Okay.
He got a 16.
Okay, yeah. DC 15.
Oh, wait, no, 18.
18. Okay, yeah, even better.
Doesn't matter because I
You're
already
fine.
passed it.
You successfully glimpse the tininess of your existence and just kind of manage to shake yourself awake and out of it. But the thing is still in your head, and it does not speak to you. It has no words. It has no language. But you know that it is Sub-Succotash, the Annihilator.
Oh.
Aha. Huh.
And your pact has been made. Congratulations! You are now a warlock of Sub-Succotash, the Annihilator.
This is gonna go well.
Oops,
The
all
list-
warlocks.
Do you want to list off a couple of things that you now have?
So the Annihilator basically has similar healing that I had before, but it's now known as Cleansing Fire, as radiation emits from my body to heal wounds, but at the same time it runs the chance of sapping my own physical or mental strength.
Cthulhu by way of the Manhattan Project,
Yes.
essentially.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, I like it.
It is a brand new day. You are off of the northern coast of Kisawar. You are headed towards the Sawtooth Coast. It's a very rocky, very jagged, very impassable coastline. You are headed towards the rendezvous with the ransom. The ransom is down in the hold. Captain Ivor is the captain of the ship, and Quartermaster Lay is the quartermaster. They are both humans.
A little bit racist on the captain's side.
Oh, yes.
Just a
Yeah.
smidge.
Just a smidge.
Just enough.
Am I still bound at all, or are my hands free?
You're going to be bound unless somebody can convince Captain Ivor not to have you bound. Your ankles are not bound.
That would be a death sentence.
Yeah, I think Captain Ivor actually sees that your ankles are not bound and would approach.
Which human?
He's actually going to approach Dimitri
Oh.
and say, I do not question your judgment in this, good sir, but I will ask you, do you actually trust this person to be wandering about on the deck freely?
Where are they gonna go? Off the side?
There are any number of things that could be done to damage or sabotage a ship. I realize you are not a sailor, but it's a delicate operation.
Well, I suppose your ship. You could confine them to quarters.
With your permission, sir, that is precisely what I will do. And he brings up 2 guards that came with you. You came with a brace of guards, so you have, I don't know how many a brace is. Let me not just say a brace of guards. You came with a dozen
A brace
guards.
of conies.
Including Captain Phasma. They are led by Captain Phasma.
Yes.
And Leroy Jenkins is
All right.
also with them as well.
Jeez.
Captain Ivor gestures over Leroy Jenkins and 2 other guards and says, this prisoner needs food and then needs to be taken down and kept under guard. We're not to leave them at any point.
Just lock them in our room.
I do not trust them to not be guarded, sir. You can start a fire. This is
Why would I
magic
start a
user.
fire on a ship that I am on?
I know of your kind.
And you know that we want to survive more than anything else.
Be quiet, else I'll gag you. And so he does have you
Sorry,
taken
this
down.
guy's just real mad.
So he does have you taken down into the hold.
What kind of food do I get?
Get some eggs and some, what did you have, croissants?
Yeah.
But other than that, the 3 of you are invited to join the captain in his quarters for breakfast. Do you care to join him, or what are you guys doing?
Wait, did he actually invite me?
You're a king's representative. I mean, he doesn't agree with your presence at all, but
He doesn't agree with my genetics.
Well, yeah, if I'm offered the captain's food, of course I'm gonna take it.
okay. It's the same food as anybody else.
Okay.
Yeah. But he does have a map spread out over his table, and he seems to be eating while he's looking at this map and very carefully charting things, and he's
I'll go, but I won't eat anything because I'm not going to move my mask.
okay.
Just
You
creepy and sit there. Just take a little contemporary version of Tupperware and put everything that I'm given into and just tuck it aside. But eat none of it.
Yeah.
I
think-
want a straw.
A what?
Probably suck some eggs through there.
No, I do not wish to suck eggs. Thank you.
Very good.
I'm hungry. I've seen some shit.
I think the captain does look at Thario. You look poorly, Master Dwarf. Did you not sleep well?
No. I had some fitful dreams.
Well, you'll find your sea legs soon enough. I realize you're probably more accustomed to a mountain than to the sea.
I was born on the coast.
Were you?
Yes,
Were there mountains on the coast?
that's not how the coast works.
I look out the window and say, there's some mountains on the coast right there.
Actually, roll for perception.
That is a 9.
You kind of notice something odd in the mountains. It almost looks like there's a very large cave. Do you draw attention to this?
Sure, I'll go and look out the window while chewing on an apple or whatever.
Chewing on a croissant.
Sure, yeah.
Okay. Do you want to roll for investigation?
Let's see, that is exactly the same as before.
It seems like there's an opening going into the mountains.
Captain, where's that cave go?
He gets up and joins you at the window. He says, there are many, many, many different caves and lava tunnels that run into the mountains. I think this is just one of them. Which, P.S., that's the only thing you guys would have found if you had beaten the gelatinous cube.
Oh, I'm glad we ran.
I think Captain Phasma has also joined you for breakfast. She is just very businesslike and speaking to the captain in terms of like the plans going forward. The plan is to have a swap wherein like the prince is put into a boat, the ransom is put into a boat, and like slowly sail across. He doesn't want anybody on his ship. Pirates aren't going to want anybody on their ship. The captain says, I don't know if any of you have sailed before, but this Captain Deadeye, I have not faced off against him before, but his reputation is fearsome. You must be on your guard at all times.
What exactly is this Captain Deadeye's reputation?
A fine, fine sailor. Dangerously skilled. Unpredictable. I had heard tell of him sacrificing several members of his own crew that had been boarding a ship. The ship began to fire upon the Red Dawn, the ship that the Captain Deadeye sails, and then the Red Dawn opened fire.
Simply villainous. To discount the lives of your own people.
Indeed. Anyways, we have with us the very finest, and he nods to Captain Phasma. We have the very finest soldiers with us, with your help, and he looks again at Haizea and Dimitri. With your help, of course, we will see that the prince is kept safe. Pardon me, I must go and signal to the Silver Swallow. Okay, so you guys are continuing to sail around the edge of the Sawtooth Mountains. The seas are getting a little bit choppy. You are down in the hold.
Is there anyone with me?
Leroy. Leroy is down there, and 2 other guards. Quartermaster Lei is actually the one that brings you breakfast. And
How do you spell Lei?
L-E-I.
L-E-I. Thank you.
She is still wearing the illusion charm, but she brings you breakfast, says, are you comfortable?
Well, I'm in prison. So,
Indeed.
I'm going to sign to her in Thieves' Camp.
Thieves' Camp.
Camped? What did I say?
Camped.
Thieves' Camp.
By the way,
It's an
by the way you pitch your tent, and by the way you set up a campfire.
Them thieves, their language is very uncamped.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to sign to her something to the effect of, like let's talk.
Okay. She is going to say 14 bells. Roll for wisdom.
Okay. That was 12.
Okay. Bells is how time is kept on a ship. And so as you are actually having this conversation, you hear 10 bells.
Would I know it's like another bell adds to like whatever hour?
Yes.
Or it's by the hour?
So
okay.
10 bells is like 10 a.m.
Okay.
She leaves after that, and she goes back out onto the deck. What are you guys doing? Are you guys checking out the guards or checking out the ship?
I go back to the room
Okay.
and eat.
I probably followed you down there, and then you locked the door in my face.
And probably just check and make sure the mask is doing good and polish that up and check for any cracks.
Okay.
Maybe some acid etching.
Yeah.
Need some fixed.
Okay. Very good.
Yeah.
I look over at Dimitri. What are you planning for the rest of the voyage?
Well, I was going to go down into the room and read, but I feel like my presence is unwanted there. I can take a hint.
Well, I was considering wondering about the ship just to see what can be seen. If you'd like to join me.
Sure. I have nowhere else to go.
So as you two are walking about the ship, the riggers are going up and down. The wind is picking up behind you, and so you were starting to move along very quickly. So this seems like a fairly efficient crew moving quickly to their posts and their quarters. There are, let's see, I'm just going to give you the stats of this ship since you are examining it. There are 10 guns, 4 starboard, 4 port, 1 bow, and 1 stern. So 4 to each side, 1 at the back and 1 at the front. This each of the guns has a 2-person crew. They are loading their shot, making sure that everything is ship shape, as they say. This is a 58-person crew, and so they are moving deftly about the ship.
It's about 100 feet in length and about 30 feet wide.
Are we going to get quizzed on this later?
No, but it's going to matter quite a bit later.
She's taking notes.
Yeah,
She's taking notes. Good.
super nerd and taking.
You're like counting as you step around, like, okay, there's this many feet.
I feel like Elahimm would probably do that.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's probably been on. Yeah, he's been on many boats.
He has. Oh, yeah.
So, Thario, how does a man like you come into the service of the king?
Well,
As you start to speak, this puff of blackness kind of like comes out of your mouth.
well,
I'm sorry, what was that?
nothing, sorry.
No, you just had a puff of smoke come out of your mouth.
Well, yes, it's a terrible habit one
Your
of these
hand
days.
suddenly shoots out and smacks.
This is a melee attack, right? So 20,
Yeah.
unnatural.
Yes, that hits my AC.
Okay, you take 1d4 damage.
You got rejected so hard by this god. He found somebody else to slap
Am I
you.
adding my strength?
No,
Okay.
it's not your strength.
Okay, 3.
God's above, man!
I'm sorry, I don't know what came over me.
Your hand, through the air, there's like a flare of like glitter.
Oh,
and it
good
like
Lord.
hits his face and like glitter explodes. Roll
Alright.
to hit.
I've never done a melee attack before. Do I add anything to it?
Never hit anyone before.
That sounds like it's a character.
And then add your strength. Whichever's
They're
higher.
both the same, so let's see here. That's a 4.
You miss. So it whips through the air and glitter like kind of over.
My god, man, you're infusing it with magic? That's unnecessary.
That wasn't me, idiot.
Well, that wasn't me either.
The two of you kind of start to have like a slap fest. Like your arms are not your own.
Oh, it's a Muppet
Like
fight.
this, yes.
Stop it!
You stop it.
No, you stop it! You
I'm gonna cast Mage Hand.
Okay.
to get an extra slap?
Yeah, I'm gonna get a third hand. I'm going to get the upper hand.
Oh my god.
And so like hits your armor, like there's like an imprint of like rainbow on it that quickly gets eaten away by blackness.
Oh my god. What is happening?
I'm going to roll Arcana.
Okay.
Come on, actually do something good for once.
That sounds like you're
There
talking
you
to
go.
Shimmerlord.
Yeah, that is a 24.
You know what this is. You know you have read extensively about this kind of darkness. This is the power of Sub-Succotash. This is someone that has been infused with the power of Sub-Succotash the Annihilator.
What have you done?
What do you mean, what have I done? What are you doing?
I have seen this only in the most ancient and forbidden of texts. This power that you wield.
I just ask for someone out there to do stuff, and then they do it for me.
Do you know whose ear you have spoken into?
I don't go for that.
Meanwhile, ineffectual slapping.
Crew has kind of started to gather, and like a few people are standing here watching you. Quartermaster Lay steps out, just puts her hands on both of your foreheads and like pushes you apart, and says, "What is happening here?"
You
What?
have gained the favor of Sub-Succotash the Annihilator!
You know, I don't think right now everyone here is a good time to talk about this. Are you alright, man?
It's cruel! This is somehow your doing, isn't it?
You hear like a little nicker in your ear.
You bastard!
I turn to the sailor like, I'm sorry, my friend here is feeling a little under the weather. If we can return to our room now,
Dimitri's just gonna start having an emotional breakdown.
possibly help me with that.
Quartermaster Lay says, "Yes, let's get him below deck." Whenever you two are near each other physically, right from now on, like you're just gonna kind of like be doing like gentle melee attacks. So write that down. Within 5 feet,
Like
of
for serious.
Thario or Dimitri, like for serious.
I'm just gonna write down smack Dimitri. I really hope that doesn't turn into a euphemism among the fan base.
Oh no.
Yeah, I just say, within 5 feet, hit Lothario.
Yes. So, you are moving along. It has moved to afternoon by now. 13 bells ring. You have reached sort of the corner of the Sawtooth Mountains. A little ways after 13 bells, there's a call from the lookout. Sails ahead! Captain Ivor quickly runs to the stern of the ship, looks ahead through his spyglass, and he says, Aye. That's her. That's the Red Dawn.
Shit's getting real.
She has her sails furled. She's been waiting for us.
Ship's getting real.
And he turns and calls back, beat to quarters! Guards at the ready! And I assume you guys come out onto the deck to join him, minus the prisoner. Yeah.
Do the people that are that were guarding me go up too?
No,
They're still there?
they're going to stay with you. Leroy is down there, and he sits down next to you, and he says, look, I don't know what's happened here exactly. I don't know, what all is going on, but stay close, and I'll try to make sure nothing happens to you, all right?
Right back at you, Leroy.
Wait, you're in chains. Help
I just
me.
wink. How attractive is Leroy?
Well, here's the question. Here's a question that I have for you.
Okay.
Is Ella's judgment of people's beauty based on a universal beauty quotient, or is it more like a categorical knowledge of the beauty standards of each individual race?
That one. He read a lot of Glamour magazine growing up.
Okay. Okay, great. All right.
Glamour, because glamours.
Glamours. All right, let's see how attractive Leroy is. Because I have not...
Best episode so far.
That's a nat 10.
All right.
So, yes, Leroy is sexy.
Out of
Sexy
10 or?
motherfucker. Yeah, 10 out of 10.
Oh.
He's a 10.
Yes.
I thought you rolled a d20 and was like,
I'm enamored.
Yeah, okay, all right. At that moment, another call comes from the lookout. She's dropping sails! And the captain goes back to his spyglass and says, I knew it! They're running! Full sail ahead! Signal to the Silver Swallow! The Red Dawn ahead of you appears to be pulling away and moving down the coast.
Thario turns to Haizea. Well, once more into the fray. Shall we get up there?
Always.
Acha.
So, at this point, there is several turns of, not combat, but travel before you can catch up to the Red Dawn. The Gorshfok is at full speed and quickly is leaving the consort, the Silver Swallow, behind, which is not as fast a ship. What do each of you do? Dimitri.
I am below decks in a corner.
Okay, very good.
Rocking yourself out. Convince yourself that it's okay that you ended up with Shimmerlord instead.
Thario, where are you going to be?
Thario is going to be up in the section of the boat that has the most cannons around it. So, at the fore of it, I think you said that there was one cannon, and then to either side there are
so
cannons.
There's one on the stern of the ship, there's one cannon that's facing forward, and then two facing off to the sides.
He's going to be between all of that, just helping guide the other sailors around how exactly to manipulate the cannons.
Roll for persuasion. That's a nat 1,
Ooh.
and they are all super fucking racist.
Yeah, you want to take that over there? Shut up, Dwarfy.
Yes, basically.
Hate every one of you.
Haizea, what are you doing?
I don't trust the captain at all. So I'm going to keep an eye on him and make sure that I approve of every order he makes.
Okay. He would be at the railing, overlooking the wheel, up on the quarterdeck.
Okay.
It's you, the captain, and the quartermaster standing on the other side of the captain. The captain is giving orders left and right in terms of ready the cannons, keep the boarding parties looking sharp. But other than that, just keeping the ship going as fast as possible.
And does it seem like it's effective? Are they listening well and behaving and all that? Okay.
Yeah. Well, let me not just say that. I'm going to roll with advantage because he has been around for a while. That's a nat 1. So I didn't actually make something for him. I'm going to say that's an 11. And so it does actually seem like some of the crew are a little confused.
So if I were to read Lay's mood, what is she, in one word, thinking of all of this?
She is concerned.
In that case, I'm going to try to beguile her. So she must make a charisma saving throw or be charmed by me until the end of the turn.
That's a 5.
No. I don't have to look that up. No.
No.
Wouldn't it be lovely if someone capable were in charge?
She looks
Rude.
She looks at you and she says, "That's the plan."
Is
Oh,
You learned a thing.
I'll
Absolutely.
step back and cross my arms and, not think very much of this.
Yeah. Elahimm, what you doing?
Well, I feel like all my time on boats, I could pick up that we are now going way faster than we were.
Yeah.
And maybe heard some of the shouting.
Oh yeah, there's definitely a ruckus happening up above.
Okay.
And you could feel the ship is starting to creak and groan and move very fast. And you have Leroy Jenkins down there with you, and then 2 other guards.
I want to distract them some way that's not going to make them suspicious of me. I'm going to use his prestidigitation. Remind me, does that work for sounds?
It doesn't say anything about sounds, no.
Makes small sensory effects.
What about
The
minor
tinkling.
illusion?
I'm pretty sure
A
it's
sound
just-
or an image of an object within range that lasts for the duration.
So one or the other.
Yeah.
So basically, I want to make the sound of the captain, like all people, like all hands on deck, basically. So just,
Okay.
but it has to not sound like it's coming from the room. So I'm going to make it so it sounds like it's coming from the deck.
Yeah.
So kind of further away.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, we need help.
Well, the 3 guards are gonna look at each other, and Leroy says, "You guys can go. I can watch him." And I'm gonna say that he convinces the other 2 that they can go up on deck.
You did my convincing for me.
Yeah.
That's wonderful.
Then it's just Leroy down there with you.
Okay.
So we're gonna say that that's your turn for this time. Dimitri. So we are in turn 2. Dimitri,
I think he would still be a little preoccupied.
are you trying to have a conversation with Shimmerlord?
I don't want to talk to Shimmerlord. I think, if anything, I would be looking through my huge old notebook about contacting Sub-Succotash and if there's a way to reverse the process.
Okay. You want to roll our Arcana?
Sure. That is a 15.
It is irreversible. The
It's a warlock
pact,
pact.
the pact has been made. You do learn that in entering pacts with Sub-Succotash, the person can become a danger to those around them. The deeper one goes into the pact, the more Sub-Succotash gains a foothold in their world and starts to feed on the world around them, including the people around them.
Good.
Wow. Edgelord. Thario, what you doing?
Oh, yo. So we're still catching up on.
We're still catching up. You have started to leave the Silver Swallow behind.
Yes.
And you are still pursuing the Red Dawn.
Well, so all these racists can just go die in a fire. I guess he's just going to pace the ship, waiting for us to either catch up with the Red Dawn or for them needing someone to pick up slack.
Okay. I think that one of the riggers actually slips and falls to the deck.
Oh, no.
Takes,
Is he injured?
takes 5 damage.
I rush over to him. He just starts whispering to the spirits out there in the universe, heal this man's leg. He has important things to do.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I will do something for you soon.
Okay.
And so the way that cleansing fire works is I roll a d20, and he heals 4 damage.
Okay.
And my DC is 4 with a Constitution save, so that's not so bad. And I pass that with a 6.
Okay. Very good.
When I lift my hands away, it's slightly radiating this kind of orangey green hue.
Yeah, and he looks at it, but then, steps up and... Roger! If you are quite finished holding hands with the dwarf, then get back up on the rigging.
I swear to God, if I don't get a chance to kill this guy.
You get a point of charisma, a point of charisma modifier that can be used against the crew of this ship. Haizea, what you doing?
So I'm still very curious about this plan. So I'm going to focus my attention on Lei and telepathically use an exacting query on her.
Okay.
So she's going to have to make an int saving throw, and I'm going to be asking her a question.
That is a 6.
Yeah, I don't need to look that up.
Yeah.
Okay. What is your plan?
And she can hear you?
She can hear it in her mind from me, my voice in her mind, and she has to answer it truthfully.
She turns to you and says aloud,
Oh, okay.
my plan is to catch up to that ship. And she turns to the captain and says, Sir, pardon me, but this one here is using some kind of mind illusions on me. Were you attempting to interrogate Quartermaster Lay?
Interrogate is such a strong term for a single question.
Madam, we are in the middle of a pursuit of perhaps that would secure the crown prince. Now, Lay has been my faithful quartermaster for many, many, many years. And if you will be a distraction, then you must step down from the quarterdeck immediately.
You're so good at making friends.
My charisma's a 9.
Legit.
I am going to go keep an eye on the cannons. Without a word. Just a flourish, an angry flourish of red and white cloth.
My work here is done.
I meant to leave. Nobody told me.
Yeah.
I'm doing this because I want to.
Okay, so you are down.
You're just saying that out loud.
Exactly. So you are down probably in front of the wheel?
Yeah.
Okay, very good. Elahimm. Avery, you're Avery right now. Yes. What are you doing? You guys, by the way, up on the deck, you do see the 2 guards come up from below. And they're kind of looking around and they're starting to approach the captain.
I think I'm gonna say to Leroy. So the ship. Have you felt that the ship is? We're going a lot faster now.
Yes, I've noticed it, but it's moving quite fast now, and
There's the chicken.
Why do people always throw up when they're around me?
well, you do hang out with a lot of dead bodies.
One. You get 1 on your record. And
Suddenly you're the dead body person. I don't know.
And he does start vomiting a little bit.
I'm gonna
like,
kind of pat his back.
Just
let it out, and give him like a sack to throw up in.
Yeah,
but at the
he
same
was the
time,
one that was throwing up before, and so
God, you're right.
Yeah,
this poor gentleman.
this poor guy,
Glass stomach.
Yeah.
While I'm kind of like consoling him, I'm gonna like try and pickpocket him for the keys.
Sleight of hand. Yeah,
It's a good distraction.
yeah.
We're literally right back to that first scene.
You're still chained, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm trying to get.
Yeah, so you are going to have to do sleight of hand with disadvantage.
So I have a good sleight of hand modifier as well.
But you make it with disadvantage, so you roll twice.
Okay, so it was a 23, 13, 14, 15.
Okay, that meets or exceeds. You do manage to find a key on him and lift it from him.
Let it out. It's okay.
And he says, "Oh God, all right. I'm sorry. This keeps happening whenever I'm around you. This is really embarrassing. You know, I confess that I kind of wanted to, ask you out for drinks at some point, but that's not going to happen.
Well, you never know what could happen in the future.
I blew it. Let's just be honest. I've thrown up twice in the last 24 hours in your vision, so I think we're pretty past that at this point. And he looks really glum about it. Dimitri, are you still rocking back and forth reading your books?
At this point, I think I've kind of got a hold on myself. I'll just take those emotions and shove them deep down where I can't think about them right now.
The ship is definitely moving a lot faster. You can hear people up on deck that are moving around, and it seems kind of like jarring and obvious to you now that you are not completely distracted and obsessed with your own grief.
Alright,
and failures.
I guess I will head above decks and see what's going on.
Okay. Thario.
Yes.
Yes.
That's my name.
What are you doing in this last turn?
After noticing the radiance around the healing thing, he's actually gonna take a moment, lean up against, some barrel, and just kind of close his eyes and start kind of muttering to himself, like, what the hell is going on with me? What? Give me a shine.
So you again glimpse the eternities, and you see yourself as kind of tiny, but you see yourself sort of at the center of a Venn diagram kind of situation. Like, you are the overlapping point of 2 spheres. And one sphere, you can see yourself leaning against a barrel on the Gorshfak. And the other, it's not even blackness, it's antimatter and nothingness. And that is your reply.
Nice.
And Thario's just gonna stare down at his hands, freaking out.
Fair enough.
Have you ever thought about hands?
They're called fingers, but I've never seen them fing. Oh, there they go!
Haizea, any thing that you're going to do in this last round?
I'm just going to read the moods of the 6 people around me. 6 of the crew.
Okay. They are all nervous. A couple of them are frightened. Those look like the younger members of the crew. A couple of them are excited. Elahimm.
What's my position to Leroy right now? Is he still kind of doubled over, or?
He's still kind of doubled over. I am also going to say that up on deck, the 2 guards have reached the side of the captain and asked him if they were needed, and he has berated them and sent them back down below. So very shortly they will be rejoining you.
Okay.
But they are not there yet.
I'm going to unlock them, but keep them around my wrists.
Okay.
So that in a moment's notice I could take them off, but it still appears that I'm...
Okay.
Nothing's wrong, nothing to see here. That's all.
Okay, very good. So the Korshvak has come into range of the Red Dawn. The captain, Ivor, orders the forward cannon to fire at the rudder of the ship. And the cannon is going to be... Oh, it's a nat 20. It is a sound hit, hitting not just the rudder of the ship, but the entire back cabin of the ship kind of explodes.
Oh, jeez.
The Red Dawn is not firing its cannons. It does, at this range, you can probably squint and see that it does have 2 cannons at the back of the ship, but it is not firing. But it is going still full bore as fast as it can, and you do see as you go along, there are people leaning out of the back of the ship, casting spells on the rudder of the ship. Ivor says, as soon as they come into range, bring us up on the port side and ready the starboard cannons. So tell me exactly where your positions are.
I just came up from below decks, so...
Okay, Thario?
Thario's run up to the fore of the ship,
Okay.
and he's highly suspicious of why they're not firing.
Okay.
So I had been heading down toward the cannons, but I'm going to guess that I'll head up toward the front of the ship as well with you.
Okay.
Strike a pose.
Yeah, that shit ain't right.
Yeah. Elahimm, you're holding position right now?
Whatever the guard's doing.
The guards have come back into the room. They look suspicious.
So they can have suspicions, but...
Yeah, that's fair. So they're suspicious of you, and one of them kind of pulls Leroy away from you and like, is speaking to him. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not going to do anything.
There is a scream from the back of the ship that is cut off very quickly.
Oh.
Lay has pulled a crossbow, shot the captain through the throat, and the captain has dropped to the deck dead. He has actually tumbled over, in very dramatic fashion, tumbled over the railing of the quarterdeck onto the ground. Who turns to look at the scream?
Ooh, do cool guys look at explosions?
Well, Thario was... You were aware something like this might happen. Thario was not. Thario whips right around.
Okay. Thario turns.
Yeah, I'll look.
Okay.
She'll just keep looking straight ahead going, called it.
Lay swings her crossbow onto her back, throws a hand up, and casts color spray.
Oh no.
Yeah.
That's why they weren't firing.
Yeah, they already had control of the ship.
Color spray. Basically a flare gun.
The old razzle
A signal.
Yeah.
A signal, if you will. Dimitri, you are blinded. You turn around, you look up, and you see this color spray, and it's very bright, and seems to go up into the sky like a burst of flame. Have fun with that.
It is not Dimitri's day.
It is not Dimitri's day. Thario, you are not blinded. You see the spray go up, you see the captain hit the deck. Almost immediately, one of the lookouts calls down and says, "She's dropping starboard anchor!" The Red Dawn is dropping the starboard anchor. Less that, it's club hauling. Club hauling is when a ship at full speed drops anchor and spins on that point.
That's cool. It's a crazy Ivan.
Lay is going to pull her 2 daggers, except as she pulls them out, an illusion falls away from them. And they are not daggers, they are 2 whips. Massive whips.
Who is this person?
A flame seems to light up in her chest.
Oh my god.
And goes down into the whips and lights the whips on fire. For her bonus action, she is going to dash to the side of the ship. Okay? Everybody roll for initiative.
Yeah, I bet.
Two of the guards are blinded as well. So there are 9 guards on deck at this moment. Dimitri, what'd you roll?
15.
Thario.
9.
7.
You had Dexter.
Yes.
18.
Elahimm, you are up first.
Oh,
What do?
right. So, from my perspective, I don't know anything that's happened, right?
You've heard a slight change in tone to the shouts above you. But other than that, you don't know anything.
Okay. So, sleep isn't something that I can target onto somebody. It would affect everyone in the room.
Yes.
I just don't want to incapacitate Leroy Jenkins if at all possible. I don't want to worry about him.
You just smack him
drowning.
awake.
Yeah, you can just smack somebody awake.
Oh, great. Well,
Yeah.
then I'll just do that. I'm going to cast sleep on the room.
On the room. 24. Okay, the guards have 16 hit points each, so you can send one guard to sleep.
All right. Which one? Okay, so I don't get to choose. It's just-
You can send one of the other 2 guards to
Okay.
sleep.
And I get to choose which one?
Yeah.
Sleep those bitches.
You're gonna sleep with the bitches.
Okay,
It's
so
like the start of a rap song.
the other guard and Leroy Jenkins are down there with you. Do you want to try to take any move actions?
I think I'm going to, and they're kind of like all 3 together by the door.
One of them is standing over near you. I imagine probably that's the one that you sent to sleep.
Yes.
And then 2 of them, one had pulled Leroy aside to warn him that you might be up to something.
Okay. And they're by the door.
Yeah, they're by the door.
I'm going to move away from the guy who is asleep.
Okay.
And just be like, sleeping on the job, and just like kind of move away and like try to get
Roll for deception. Okay.
That's an 8. No, that's a 9.
Okay. They look very skeptical of this, and like, it is Quartermaster Lay's turn. She is going to take her whip, and she is going to strike at the backstay of the mast. And I'm going to say that severs the backstay of the ship.
Is this guy?
The backstay of the ship is the line that goes down from the mast to the very bottom and holds the mast in place.
Oh, important.
Important, very important. And also the rope around it kind of sings upwards because it's under high tension. The structure at the bottom that had been holding the rope in place catches fire. Move action, she is going to dash across the quarterdeck, and with her other whip, is going to go for the other backstay of the mast. This one, the fire is even larger, and the backstay sings upwards, and at this speed, as fast as you were going, the top half of the main mast creaks, cracks, twists, and shears off. Everybody make a dexterity saving throw.
This
Oh, boy.
woman, in the span of 6 seconds, has just absolutely destroyed our mobility.
Ooh.
Ooh, boy.
Okay. Does everybody go down?
I got a 19.
Got an 8.
I got a 6.
Okay.
I'm a dwarf, I'm not very dexterous.
So the Quartermaster Lay barely keeps her feet, kind of lurches. Yikes. Okay, Leroy goes down.
Oh.
And Leroy scored a nat 1, so he's going to take some damage.
Oh no.
Oh, just 1 point of damage.
Will he throw up?
Yes.
Dignity damage.
This has just become this thing now.
Yes. The mast has been sheared off. Things are the quarter deck is on fire. For her bonus action, she is going to dash and she is going to jump from the quarter deck rail onto the wheel of the ship.
Like, on top of it?
On top of the wheel.
So she's just gonna be balancing on top.
Yes. She has her 2 whips ready and is just waiting.
She's so anime right now.
Who is this person?
The Red Dawn is now almost fully facing. Dimitri, it is your turn. You are blinded.
I am blinded. Things are on fire. I
You can probably smell that.
You're on the ground.
I'm on the ground.
Oh wait, no. You
No,
kept your feet.
yeah.
You
Yeah.
kept your feet. Yeah.
I just narrowly avoided getting crushed by a falling mast. I'm in a bad place, and
Emotionally or physically?
all of the above. I'm just going to call out the Shimmerlord. If there's ever a time when you can grant me a boon here, it'd be now. And I will cast Find Familiar.
Okay.
Oh.
Good times. What does your familiar look like?
I have never summoned it before, so I don't know. This is not a spell I have ever tried doing.
Cards Against Humanity. Cards Against Humanity.
Oh, joy on your face.
It's gonna be a butt. It's gonna be a butt.
Oh my god. What is it?
It's Hillary Clinton. Hillary Clinton's death stare is the card that I just drew. So let's set this stage. No. So what happens? What happens? Okay. All right. Well, what does she look like?
Well, it doesn't have to look like.
Hold on.
Hillary
But
Clinton.
like the blindness falls away from your eyes, and the first thing that you see.
Well, I'm seeing out the familiar's eyes.
Ah.
That's how it works.
Yeah.
So Hillary Clinton's death stare is very appropriate.
Yeah.
Okay. So go for it.
Well, a little impy creature that
So
kind of looks
miniature
like.
Hillary Clinton.
Tiny pantsuit.
Whatever it is, it's wearing a pantsuit.
Then it would be like a quasit, I guess.
It's a quasar.
Like a little trickster demon thing.
Okay, wearing a pantsuit.
I guess it would have her hair. Like a little stubby pair of wings that are like flap, 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 flap.
Okay.
Oh, good.
So you're now seeing out of this thing's
Out of this
eyes.
thing's eyes, yeah. So
Where does it appear? Does it appear in front of you? Or
probably just off of my shoulder.
Okay.
I don't even know what it looks like because I'm looking through its eyes.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh,
You've never seen it.
Yeah. You have no idea.
I've also never seen the back of my own head before, so I'm like, what?
All right. So you can kind of see the back of your head, your rat's nest hair.
Yep.
Good times.
I'm going to look around and see what's causing all the noise.
Okay. So you see a rainbow iridescent version of the scene around you. Shit's on fire up on the quarterdeck. There is Quartermaster Lay standing on top of the wheel of the ship with 2 flaming whips in her hands.
I'm going
Or
to
bonus
dart
action.
behind the nearest obstacle away from scary whip lady.
I'm going to say that you go down into the hold and hide next to the ransom.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'll do that.
Thario, you are near the fore of the deck. You are prone.
Thario uses half of his movement to scramble up onto his feet, looks up and sees Quartermaster Lay striking the badass pose, looking like one of those things out of Indiana Jones after the person's whipped their swords around.
Yeah.
And he just kind of groans and pulls out his trigger wand and channels a whole bunch of fire energy into it before unleashing Scorching Ray.
Okay.
I create 3 rays of fire and hurl them. So I make a spell attack roll for each one. So one of them's a crit, and the other is 16 and a 15.
Okay.
That is 7. That is a 10. And the last one, which is the crit. How are we handling crits? Are we doing double? Just double it?
Yeah.
That's 10.
That's 27.
Yes, 27 damage.
You deal half that.
Oh.
Roll Arcana.
Yes, that is a 19.
There are very certain types of creatures in this world that have resistance to fire.
Ah, yes.
As the
species.
flames hit her, the flames seem to meld into her, and the illusion flickers for just one moment. And you see horns.
Mm-hmm.
And then the necklace that she is wearing flares, and she's Quartermaster Lay again.
Mm-hmm. The fire in those shots was actually radiation flames, so it also hits a lingering energy and
yes.
irradiates her, so I also cast Hex as a bonus action.
Okay, very
Nice.
And I'm going to choose for the ability, let's go with Wisdom.
good. Okay.
Gonna take disadvantage on any ability check with that.
Hellish Rebuke.
Aha.
Hellish Rebuke, make a dexterity saving throw.
That is an 18.
Okay, 3d10.
Holy crap, 3d10.
Yep. But you're taking half of it.
Yay!
So, 14, 21 halved is 11.
11.
Oh dear.
Haizea.
I'm going to pull out my crossbow
Okay.
and aim it at her. So rolling to attack 13.
That does not hit. The other blinded guard, I think that he is going to shout, we need more guards! Help!
Hey guys.
Hey,
Guys.
guys!
Hey.
Guys.
Shit's on fire.
Shit's on fire! Okay, Elahimm.
Did that get their attention? The guards near me?
It did, but they're pretty much focused on staying with you. The captain had told them to remain with you.
Okay. And prone, correct?
You are.
All right. Are they prone? Did they fall?
Yes. All of them fell, and Leroy took some damage.
Oh, poor Leroy. Okay, so I'm about like 10 feet away from the door?
Yes.
You say?
Yeah.
Okay, that's great. I like that. I'm going to, before I stand up, cast Prestidigitation to make fireworks explode in their faces of all the people who are asleep or awake.
Okay.
While they are distracted, stand up and make my way to the door.
Okay.
So I can leave.
Okay. Gotcha.
And maybe while I'm doing that, taking the shackles off. Because
Okay.
I had already opened the
Gotcha.
lock.
I'm gonna say roll stealth.
Wonderful. Okay, 13 plus 2 is 15.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Very good.
This stuff goes off in their faces. They're like, "What the fuck?" And you go running past them up the stairs.
Yes.
Okay.
What you doing?
I'm sorry, darling. Nothing personal.
Top of the order, one of the other guards has run up. I'm going to say Captain Phasma has actually run up to try to confront the erstwhile quartermaster Lay. Well, she has a spear, so that has reach, and so she is going to attempt to make a melee attack and stabbeth, and she misses. But it is now Quartermaster Lay's turn, and she is going to lash out with her whip. And then she is going to make another attack. She lashes out with her whip, one whip, and catches Captain Phasma across the face, leaving scorch marks in its wake. Haizea, roll insight.
Insight. Okay, that's going to be a +3. Oh, and a proficiency bonus on top of that, right?
Yeah.
12.
The wound that appears across the face of Captain Phasma is very similar to the wound that you saw around the neck of the corpse of Dimam Alaran.
Oh,
Second attack.
dang.
Yay!
Second attack comes down. She wraps the whip around Captain Phasma's neck, and there is a loud crack of bone.
Oh!
And Captain Phasma hits the deck.
That's unfortunate.
Dead.
Oh, man.
Yeah. It is Dimitri's turn.
Oh boy. Can't wait to fight this nigh invincible whip god.
I mean, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of you versus her.
We should be able to do something.
Like, come on.
She just broke Phasma.
Phasma made the mistake of going within range of the whip.
Yeah, I think I'll stay out of whip range. Is there any cover above deck once I go out, or is it would I just be out in the open?
I mean, you could move to the fore of the deck and try to be out of range of her.
Try to be.
Try to be.
Well, I guess I don't have to poke my head out
No.
and see what's going on.
No, you can send your little
My little
Gidget
weird
thing.
My little pantsuited imp.
Do you pop it up and look around?
Yeah. What is between where I am and her?
Not much. She's up on the wheel.
Yeah,
and so
she
she's
can
very visible.
got reach everywhere.
Yeah.
Is there any other way to come up on deck that's not this entrance?
Behind her, there's the captain's quarters, but there would be no way into the captain's quarters.
Right,
The door right behind her.
I don't think I can have the familiar itself attack.
No, I think familiars can actually take the actions that are in their stat logs. I think so.
It has spell-like abilities. Ooh. Detect good, detect magic, and invisibility. 1 time a day, cause fear.
Oh.
That's cool.
Let's see. I look up fear. Oh, here we go.
Yeah.
Yes, I will cast fear on the bad pirate.
Okay.
You project a phantasmal image of a creature's worst fears. Each creature in a 30-foot cone
Yeah.
must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or drop whatever it is holding.
Wisdom saving throw!
Mario's so happy.
That worked out so well.
Or drop whatever it is holding. Become frightened for the duration, which is up to a minute. While frightened by the spell, a creature must take the dash action and move away from you by the safest available route on each of its turns.
Making a wisdom saving throw with disadvantage. Correct?
Yes.
Because of your hex thingy. 13 was the lower.
I'm
thing.
sorry, that does not qualify.
What do you... Let's see. What would she be scared of? Ooh, okay. Something red goes up into the air above you. And in the red, there is face of a demon. Comes above you and says, something in Infernal. Does anybody here speak Infernal? No?
I don't think so. I never chose my languages, so I'm gonna go
That
no.
is a negative.
Okay. All right, so you don't know what it says, but she like freezes, drops her whips, which fall on the deck.
Flaming whips.
Flaming whips.
No.
It's okay. Fire's not a big deal on ships. They're surrounded by water. It's fine.
It's okay. They tar the wood anyway.
And so guard 1 is standing up and is going to shoot his crossbow that hits Lay in the back. It is Thario's turn.
So I see Quartermaster Lay go running, right?
No, she takes the move on her turn.
Aha.
Yeah.
In that case, Thario's going to follow up on the information he gleaned from his last attack and fire an Eldritch Blast right at the necklace.
Okay.
Ooh.
Very good.
That's probably going to miss. That is a 10.
Okay, that misses.
Yeah.
Okay, and any move action that you're going to take?
Yeah, I do see that the whips just went to the deck, right?
Yes.
I'm going to move my way up there.
Okay.
25
sounds
feet.
good. All right. The lookouts on top shout, "She's preparing to fire!"
That's not good.
Yeah. And then there's more shouting up above. What do we do? Do we prepare to fire? Who's in charge?
Fire!
Okay, do you do
Yes!
that
Yeah.
as you're running back?
Yeah.
All right, so
Will they listen to the dwarf?
so
Persuasion?
you roll persuasion. You have +1 against this group.
Alright, as long as I don't roll a damn natural 1 again. Okay, did not. That is a 9.
I would say about half the crew starts to listen to you. So out of the 4 starboard guns, 2 of them prepare to fire. They're going to take 1 turn to prepare to fire, and then they will be firing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Haizea, it's your turn.
Hammer of Inquisition
Okay.
on our fine quartermaster. Need to make a wisdom a int saving throw.
Okay.
All kinds of saving throws.
Non-natural 20.
Okay, I think that works out in her favor.
Takes half as much damage, though.
Oh, she would take half as much damage, so that means
Oh,
I
okay.
can still roll.
Yep.
And I was going to use 2 psi for that, so here we go. Wait, half as much damage, so I'll just roll. Well, should I roll both of them?
Roll both of them.
And then take half, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I rolled 2 2s, so it's 2.
Okay, got it. Guard
roll.
2 is no longer blind either, and is going to miss, unfortunately. Guard 3 also misses. Crossbow bolts flying everywhere. And it is Elahimm's turn.
So I get up there and everything's on fire.
Everything's on fire. The mast is down on the ground. There is a red glowing thing showing like a demonic face hovering in midair. There's a weird little imp creature that's flitting around and seems to be casting the red glowing thing. Quartermaster Lay is up on the wheel of the ship. The quarterdeck of the ship is on fire. There are multiple guards running around, and the pirate ship is coming within range with its cannons.
Okay. Let's try and control the fire a little bit.
Okay.
And I'm gonna do Ray of Frost on some of the fire that's near.
Nice.
Yeah. That's legit. Okay, so I'm just gonna say that it hits, and it puts out the fires that are on the port side of the ship go out. Are you doing anything else?
I shout, cool down!
Oh my god.
Oh,
Get off the ship.
Avery cast fire extinguisher. That's super effective.
Okay.
Okay, then I am gonna do my move action to position myself near Dimitri's.
Okay.
Not his familiar, but his actual flesh body.
Okay, fine.
your flesh body.
Do you say anything to him? Like, Dimitri is just probably feeling your way around. and-
Probably gripping the banister.
I don't want to say anything because I have a plan.
Okay, fair enough.
Oh wait, if the guards lost their blindness, why would his still be going?
I probably wouldn't notice. I probably wouldn't realize this because I'm still looking through.
Yeah, through the familiar
That
zone.
makes
his
sense.
senses.
But when
Yeah.
you snap back, you'll be
Yeah.
able to see.
Yeah. It is Quartermaster Lay's turn, and the only thing that she can do on her turn is leap down from the wheel and run into the captain's quarters.
Because scared.
Because scared. And it is Dimitri's turn. So you can see.
Oh, right.
I'm blind! Oh, no, I'm not. Alright. I look up and see the creature that I have summoned. And I'm like, oh, damn it. Alright. It's still casting fear.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm not going to bother it, but I will run up to the top of the deck since the quartermaster has fled, and I'm going to ready in action if she comes back out again. I'll cast a spell.
You have to say what thing you're gonna ready.
No, I'm going. If he does, I'm going to cast Shatter.
Okay. Good time.
But that would probably take the rear end of the ship with it. So
she better hope she doesn't.
yeah.
Okay. Guard 1 up top for his turn is going to be running down with his crossbow at the ready and joins you outside of the captain's quarters. The door has been shut behind her, and that's going to be his move. Thario, what are you doing?
By the way, on fear, if the targeted creature ends its turn in a location where it doesn't have line of sight to you, and it can't see me or the closet, the creature can make a wisdom saving throw. On a successful save, the spell ends.
Okay. Nope. It's still scared.
Fear.
Fear is the mind kittle. The mind
Kittle?
The mind killer.
It's the
I
mind
have to say
kettle.
both.
Thario, what are we doing?
Litany of order.
Oh man,
Chambers.
choices. Pursue the crazy person who just fucked up our ship, or take care of the thing that's fucking up our ship. What would Thario do? He's fairly wise, but not that wise. Yeah, okay, he'll do the wise thing and go after the whips.
Okay.
Okay, 15 feet. Pick up the whips.
They burn you.
Ow.
You don't grip them by the whip part.
No, they just burn. They just burn, period. So you take...
Even the handle and everything?
Yep. 86 damage.
That's really poor design, but I guess
6.
not if you're...
Resistant to fire?
resistant to fire.
6 damage.
Yeah,
All
take
right.
6 damage.
So that takes me down to 7. Fuck it. I kick them overboard.
Okay. I mean, it's gonna be burning your foot.
I shoot it with Eldritch Blast. I shoot it off the deck because Eldritch Blast has that pushback effect.
Okay, so you position yourself.
Boots or something, right?
Apparently, it'll burn through the leather.
No, I mean it'll burn your boots. Like you can.
Yeah.
Do you want to
No,
burn your boots?
I shoot it. I'm gonna be a badass cowboy.
You've seen Eldritch Blast. to do
Eldritch
this?
Blast.
I like the idea of it burning you and you being like, what the fuck? And then just like shooting it.
You're positioning yourself to one side and firing at one of the whips.
Are they not both together?
No, they're 2 separate whips.
Jesus Christ. All right.
A dual-ended whip. You just grab it in the middle and...
In that case,
really get going, though.
So since I can make an attack between each of my movements, I'll run over and kick one off, and then run over to the other one and kick the other off.
Okay.
Bending it like Beckham.
Let's say, what would that be? Dexterity?
10.
I mean, you're trying to kick it 15 feet.
Oh, it's 15 feet from the side?
You walked 15 feet to just in front of the wheel.
To the wheel, okay.
The wheel is in the middle of the ship. She dropped the whips right in the middle of the ship.
You know what? I trust my teammates. Do you think I would be able to throw them before I would pass out from their damage?
Sure, get me.
All right, let's
Go
do
for
this
it.
thing.
Constitution. Roll for Constitution.
Oh boy, come on.
Are you trying to pick them both up?
I'm gonna pick them both up and chuck them.
Oh, Jesus, dude.
That's a 9. Shit.
No.
The dice are not in my favor
No. Give me
Succotash wants me annihilated.
Give me a D6. I need a D6.
Roll a
Wait.
D.
Because you're picking up both of them.
Oh, I thought I picked up both of them before.
Yeah, you take
Yeah.
12,
No, I'm
13,
down to
14,
0.
15, 16, 17.
Oh,
That-
no.
that's-
That does not
That's-
insta-kill you, I hope?
No.
Okay, good. So Thario hits the deck.
Just figure you picking up their, like, sizzling hot, freaking ropes on the ground and be like, ow, 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 until you pass out.
The Red Dawn opens fire.
Oh, okay.
This is going well.
It's going great. The Red Dawn opens fire and deals 30 damage to the ship. They're aiming for the fore of the Gorsh Fok. Is anybody still on the fore of the ship? Nobody's... Haizea,
I
where
think
are you?
I was on the floor of the ship.
Not anymore.
Okay.
We'll see how this goes.
Make a dexterity saving throw.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh dear. Okay.
Dodging the magic
4.
cannonballs. Not dodging the magic cannonballs.
It's fine. It's fine. I haven't taken any damage yet, though.
You take 15 damage.
Okay. I can.
Splinters are flying
Ow.
everywhere.
It's all right though. I got
was-
the mask. It's
Yeah,
fine. It's not
it's
the not
okay.
the face.
Yeah,
it's not the face.
Yeah.
You said it was 15.
15.
Okay.
Protective eyewear.
Yeah.
I'm down to 9.
And the Red Dawn is still moving down the ship. However, 2 of the guns were persuaded to fire by Thario. And Gorshfak returns fire via 2 guns, and the Red Dawn takes damage, is in better shape still than the Gorshfak.
You probably don't want to destroy the Red Dawn since the prince is on there.
That's true.
Nobody made that point at any point in the process of this. Your ship is kind of starting to get lower. There's water pouring into it.
Lifeboats?
There are rowboats.
Okay. Are they on fire?
Not yet.
Okay.
And it is Haizea's turn.
Ow. Okay, let's see. So, where is Thario?
Thario is lying in front of the wheel near the whips,
Okay.
Between 2 fiery whips.
which are starting to spread the fire.
Oh,
That's the
good.
name of my new one-act play.
Okay, so
2 fiery whips.
Yeah.
okay, so I'd have to use half my move action to get up. So I'm guessing that they might have buckets of sand for this sort of situation sitting around, maybe.
Absolutely.
So I'm going to move toward the stern, looking for sand on the way. that
There
they
are
have
actually guys bringing up sand buckets.
Good. I'm going to take one and keep going.
Okay. A strength roll of one of the guards to drag Thario away from the fire succeeded.
Yay.
So you are pulled over to the side, but this guard does not possess any curative properties, and so is going to shout, "Doctor! Doctor! We need a doctor over here!"
I bet you do.
And then
I need healing.
And then the other guard is going to move up to join Dimitri standing outside Captain's chambers.
Yes.
Yes. And he turns to you and he says, "What do we do, sir?"
Never thought he'd be in charge, did he?
Let's see, I've never been in charge of a ship before.
Do you say that out loud?
No. What's the state of the ship?
He kind of like gestures around and like, bad. I don't know that we're going to be able to mend the ship well enough to continue pursuit.
Prepare to abandon ship.
Sir, what about the ransom?
They're not going to get it. The price will be their own blood.
Good times. Edgelord. And so the guard starts to shout, "Abandon ship! Abandon ship!" Elahimm.
And how close am I to Dimitri?
You are 30 feet.
Okay, so I'm
30
gonna do my move action stealthfully
Okay.
and
Roll for stealth.
rolling for stealth. That's nat 20.
There you go.
So I go up there and I'm gonna use my sleight of hand check to find my other amulet because he's the last person who had it.
Oh, good point.
15, 14, 15.
What's your passive perception?
11.
Okay. You don't notice. So you have your other amulet.
Wonderful.
Okay.
And that's all I can do because isn't that like a move and an action?
Yeah.
Yay, I'm complete.
Everything is burning around you, but you have your neck.
How can I beautiful?
Oh wait, I still have disadvantage on wisdom.
Actually, wait.
How long,
Because
how long does that last?
Hex's concentration, so as soon as I passed out, it ended.
Oh, so I succeeded on being like, wait a second, I'm not scared. Fuck this shit. And so
Oh, sorry, guys.
the captain's door creaks just very slightly. Just very slightly. And suddenly a black cloud spreads around you.
Oh,
It is very thick, you cannot see anything in it.
But
21
not
to
magic.
dexterity, and so she is going to slip past you in the darkness,
dang.
and she is going to come out the other side and grab her whips.
Oh no.
One of the guards sees her come out of the black blob, is going to take a swing at her, swipes with his spear and misses. She's going to turn around and attack Dimitri.
Oh boy.
14.
That hits.
Okay. 12 damage to you.
Ouch. Well, as a reaction, I will cast Hellish Rebuke.
Okay, she's.
The
I have to
dexterity
make a
saving
dexterity saving throw. Ooh, that was 22.
Oh,
So I take half the damage.
okay.
So roll 2d10 and swing at me. Okay, so that's 13.
Yep.
I take half that because I have fire resistance. And for her bonus action, she is going to dash, and she is going to be heading towards the towards the side of the ship. And it is your turn.
How close is the other ship?
It's what did I say? Probably about
You said 200 before.
200 feet away. Yeah.
No. I am going... Well, that's not going to work. Well, maybe. And
Yeah.
I cast Sacred Flame.
Okay.
Do
Thematically
a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. That's 18.
Dang! Why are you so good?
It's very dexterous.
She jumped onto a wheel and stood on it for turns.
That's true. Then I'm going to... How far away is Thario?
Lothario?
Yeah.
Lothario?
You've been calling him that the whole time. I thought it was a joke.
Thario. 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 It's not Lothario. Lothario is
I
somebody
thought it was
that...
like your full name. Fine, I run to Thario and I slap him awake.
He's dead!
I cast Healing Light.
Oh. Right, you go.
You slap the life back.
Yeah.
Breathe!
You heal.
No, it doesn't.
What? Why?
Because he's Sub-Succotash and you're Shiverlord.
Oh, completely antithesis?
Uh-oh.
Yes.
You can't heal each other?
You can't heal each other.
Dun dun dun.
So you just smack
That was the point of the whole Slapfest, to establish that you can't... Your magic doesn't
Can't
work on each
interact.
other. So it actually does damage to him.
Okay, so that is actually a one death saving throw failure.
Okay.
Oops.
And I guess that's my turn, right?
Yes it is. I believe.
I rolled a 19, so I passed that. I have one success.
Oh, good.
Okay, good. Okay,
So-
Haizea, what are you doing? You're
Okay,
on...
so she's nearby. I've got sand. I'm throwing the sand in her face.
Okay, you were heading down this side of the ship. So
Yes,
you're on
so-
the other side of the ship from her.
Yes.
Okay, so you're gonna run over and try to throw sand at her?
Yes. And I'm going to yell at her.
Okay. What do
Hey!
you do? That is...
I don't care if she's dexterous, I'm mad.
Make a melee
Sand
attack.
player.
Sorry.
Sand.
Roll for sand.
Melee attack would be strength. 14.
14. That does not hit her armor class.
Well then.
She ducks. And because that was a melee attack, she's gonna spend a superiority die.
Repulse.
Repulse. 21. You take 21 damage.
Boom!
I just hit the floor at
Okay.
after 9, so.
Okay.
Unconscious.
Jeez, guys.
Welcome to my world.
Dreamland.
Dreamland. Okay. Guard is going to shoot at her with a crossbow. Misses. Other guard is going to shoot at her with a crossbow. Hits.
I'm doing some damage.
6. All right. Oh, and the Red Dawn opens fire.
There's so many things acting.
So you guys are all pretty much back here near the
Yep.
back of the ship.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. You're in the middle of the ship. I'm gonna say you're close to her. You position yourself near the back of the ship.
Near Dimitri, yeah.
Dimitri.
Where he was.
You take 15 bludgeoning damage. Elahimm, it's your turn.
I'm just going to cast Magic Missile at her.
Just roll damage.
I do it.
Do the thing.
I'm 4-2, so 8.
And it
Plus 3.
plus 1, yeah, for each one.
Yeah. So that's 11. She's not looking good.
Yes.
Good.
So it's her turn. She jumps down onto the cache. She's going to cast Thaumaturgy, and she's going to make her voice deep and booming.
Nice.
And she is going to shout in Elvish, "I'm in position!" The cache underneath her begins to rise up.
Oh.
And she is rising on this cache and floating off the side of the ship.
Bloody pirates.
And that's where we're going to end.
Oh my
Alright.
god.
Okay.
That concludes episode 6 of Dungeons Against Humanity, aka the episode where shit gets real. The only card that was drawn this episode was Hillary Clinton's Death Stare. Shout out again to Miguel Johnson on SoundCloud, who is the primary source for all the music you heard, including the awesome theme for Deadeye. Spoiler alert, that was Captain Deadeye. If you like what you heard, mention us on social media under the hashtag DAHPodcast. That's DAH Podcast. If you do, we'll give you a shout out on the show. Also, while you're here, you should check out You've Activated My Podcast on iTunes, which stars our very own James, aka Dimitri. On You've Activated My Podcast, James and his friend Tyler watch an episode of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Anime and then contemplate where exactly their lives went awry. Next episode of Dungeons Against Humanity will be up in 2 weeks, so see you then. Bye.